Happy Valentine's Day, Triad!
It's Emily
And Kenzie.
and on this week's episode of TNT, we're gonna be your hosts.
Here we go, everybody!
You get the limo out front. Hottest styles, every shoe, every color. Now when you're famous, it can be kind of fun. It's really you, but no one ever discovers. Who would have thought that a girl like me would double as a superstar? You get the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow. Then you rock out the show. You get the best of both worlds. Mix it all together and you know that it's the best of both worlds.
This Valentine's Day, we need to show love for our friends, family, and our
the
earth.
Hi everybody, I'm Mrs. Knobloch. I'm the recycle lady here at Triad in addition to teaching chemistry. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you today a little bit about recycling, because here at Triad we recycle things a little differently than you do at home. Whereas at home you might be able to throw everything in the same bin together, we can't do that here at Triad. We have to separate them so that they go to the proper bins and can be taken away without maybe some of them charging us money for it. You may have noticed out into the student parking lot, there are a couple bins out there. One is a huge green and yellow bin. That's actually where we put all of our paper and light cardboard. So think cereal boxes or, cracker boxes. That's where all of our paper and cardboard goes. In addition, next to it, we're now recycling clothing. In addition to textiles and shoes, you're welcome to bring those things from home. In fact, we'd love it if you would, so that we can see those things get recycled as well. But those two bins are found out in our student parking lot. Please take a look and see where they're found. Now, recycling's a big job here at Triad. It takes a lot of work and a lot of students to make recycling go. You may have noticed in all of the classrooms, there's some bins. Every teacher should have a paper bin in their classroom. Now, you're supposed to put all of your student paper that's left over, your handouts, in those bins instead of putting them into the trash can. If we can do our part, we can make a huge difference. Now, as far as what goes in those paper bin, notebook paper can go, staples are okay, and paper clips as well. They get removed in the process, but you shouldn't put anything plastic in the paper bin. Some teachers have opted to also have an aluminum and plastic recycling bin in their classroom as well. You'll notice it's marked if that's the case. Every bin should be marked as to what type of things go in it. So if you're looking at the aluminum and plastic bin, it should say it on there. Otherwise, it doesn't go in with the paper bin. When you're putting your aluminum and your plastic into that bin, please make sure they're empty. If that means you need to drink the last little bit of water or drink the last little bit of soda, could you please do that for us? Otherwise, it gets in there and it makes a big mess. In addition to when we take it out to the big bin outside where it gets dumped, it kind of spoils the whole load. So if you could please dump it out, drink the last little bit, even if you could rinse it out, that'd be even better. But put that aluminum and plastic, some of the teachers have the bins. Otherwise, if you're looking for a place for the aluminum and plastic, there are bins around the school. You may have seen them around Knight's Landing or in the cafeteria, down by the vending machines. Please put your aluminum and plastic into those bins. It makes a huge impact. Sometimes I walk around and I'll actually take aluminum plastic out of the trash cans. You kids can walk an extra couple steps, right, to put them into the bins? That'd be so helpful. In addition, what else we collect is tin cans and glass from the cafe. So some of the green bean cans and sort of things that come through, they actually can go out in that recycling bin as well. We have a bin that's outside the loading dock, which is kind of by the football practice field, and that's where we put all of that cardboard, big heavy cardboard, aluminum, plastic, and glass and tin. That unfortunately costs to have us take that away. We could put paper in the bin, but then it would cost us a bunch of extra money. So that's why we have to separate the paper and put it out into the bin that's in the student parking lot. But that bin that's behind the school, we can put all of those sorts of things, those extra things in, and then we have to pay to have that taken away. One thing I have noticed, and maybe you do this at home, but this right here, the Solo cup, I know you want to recycle it. We all want to recycle plastic as much as we can. The problem is not everything is recyclable. So if you look at the bottom and it says PS and it's got a number 6, that PS stands for polystyrene. And unfortunately, polystyrene is not recyclable. Polystyrene is made of the same thing that this styrofoam cup is. It's also made from polystyrene, but they add a special agent into this when it's molten to make it form the little bubbles. But this also cannot be recycled. So don't put them in your bin at home either. One last thing, when you put things in your bins at home or here at school, they need to be clean. All right, I think that's about it, but I hope you'll help here at Triad to make our school more green and make an impact for our community. I'd love to see there be no paper and no plastic or aluminum in any of our trash cans. And if you can do your part, that would make such a difference. Bye.
Mr. Zweck, do you recycle?
Yes.
Are you struggling in a relationship right now?
If so, then this one's for you.
Now over to Kenzie and Rose.
So I was wondering what to get my lover for Valentine's Day.
Well, you see, that's easy. You gotta get them a cardboard cutout of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
And then maybe some chocolates. But like not the good ones, the cheap ones.
Alright. How do you get to second base?
Alright, to get to second base, you have to follow these steps, okay?
Alright.
So you're on first base. You're on first base, right? You're getting ready. Once the batter up hits the ball, run as fast as you can to second base or you won't make it to second base.
Alright, thank you for the advice.
You're so welcome.
What do I get my girlfriend for Valentine's Day?
Alright, buddy. You're gonna want to get her 2 round tickets to Australia. You're gonna buy her the smallest boat. I'm pretty sure it's a pontoon boat. I don't remember. But it's gonna be in a lake. Just remember, it's in a lake. You're gonna let her go on her own. So
Wait, why her own?
just follow this. Just follow it. This is how you're gonna get her. Yeah. So she's sitting in her pontoon boat in a lake, and all of a sudden you see the boat flip over, and you're like, "What is that?" It's a shark. Don't ask questions why a shark is in a lake. It's just there, and you realize this is bad. She's going to die. You know what you do? You know that scene from SpongeBob, in the movie where they're on that guy's back and he's swimming and they're on his back in the ocean, yeah? Well, basically you're gonna do that. You're gonna save her and she's gonna be shriveled up like SpongeBob. And you're gonna save her from the ocean, from the shark, and the shark's gonna be chasing you. It's gonna be Jaws 5. That's the present you're gonna give her.
That doesn't sound like a good present.
It's a perfect present.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
what would be the best place to have your first kiss?
Alright, so you're gonna take it to Australia. And you're gonna put her on that pontoon boat, but this time you're on the boat. And all of a sudden you feel the waves get a little crazy and you're like, oh crap, the shark is coming. In the lake, not the ocean. So while it's all going down, while the shark is trying to attack you, you're gonna kiss her under the water. And then the shark's gonna be, and the shark talks, so he's gonna be like, well, that's a little weird in my neck of the
So
woods.
the shark is like trying to help me out?
No,
Always like,
he's stealing your girl.
trying to steal my girl.
Yeah, he's stealing your girl. So you punch him right in the nose, and he's like, oh, that's not nice, and he swims away, and then you finally get your happily ever after. In the ocean.
Sounds
Like,
perfect.
it's beautiful, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hey Em, what do you think the saddest part of a school year is?
Well, Kenz, I think the saddest part of a school year is the end of a good sports season.
Let's take it over to the twins to see the dance team video.
Hey Triad, it's Faith and Grace, and we're here to give you some insight about how the dance team did this year.
My favorite competition this season has been sectionals because we all really got to bond. And not saying winning is everything, but we did beat Highland, first Triad dance team in history to beat Highland at sectionals, and we finished second out of 15 teams.
My name's Lauren Sowell, and I'm co-competition captain of the Triad varsity dance team.
My favorite competition this year was probably sectionals because we really grew as a team. We all cried a lot and all the hard work paid off once we got second.
All right, so my name is Campbell and I'm a senior on the dance team this year and a co-competition captain, and I would say my favorite competition from this year was definitely our sectional because we got second place and that was just a really big accomplishment, and I've never placed that high at a sectional in my high school dance career, so yeah, it was just really exciting for the whole team.
Out of lyrical and jazz, I would have to say lyrical is my favorite because it's very sentimental to me and I can connect to it. And it's also, it's such a team dance. Like, you bond with your whole team more than you can.
I like our lyrical because I can really connect to it through my past 6 years, and we all can really find a meaning out of it even if it takes a while.
This year I really like our jazz because it's like Madonna themed and it's really sassy and the costumes are cute and it's just a really fun dance to get to perform.
I would like to say to my seniors that I'm so grateful and blessed that I got to know all of you and dance with you guys since I was in like 7th grade. I've learned so much from each and every single one of you, and I love you guys.
That was good. I really love all you guys. I've never really felt welcome as I do this year, and I wish the best for you guys for your next years.
Something I would like to say to my teammates is I'd like to thank them for giving me just a great senior year, and just all the hard work and laughs and memories we've made this year I'll take with me forever, and I just feel so close to this group, and they're just an amazing group of girls, and I can't wait to see where they go after I'm done with high school.
Thanks for watching. We just want to say a big congrats to the dance team this year, and we'll see you guys next time on TNT.
Hey Kenzie, what are you doing this Valentine's Day?
Not going on a bad date, that's for sure.
All right, so let's take it over to Julia, Campbell, and Mig for some more stories on that.
My name's Travis.
What up? My name is Kylie Triplo.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
I'm Mr. Cole.
Hello, I am Daniel John Weiniger, and this is my worst date story. So, I took this girl to Dairy Queen. I was like, want to go to Dairy Queen? And she was like, sure. So we went to Dairy Queen. So she ordered ice cream and she ate like half of it, and then she like said she didn't feel well. So then we ended up like leaving or whatever. And I later found out she was lactose intolerant and she ate like half the ice cream, and we never had a second date. So that was a good time.
So we went and got some food, me and the current GF. And after we got food, we went back to my house, but like she just had to drop me off because I had to be home. But like the food was really kicking in, so I couldn't help it. I was squeezing the cheeks the whole way home, and when we finally got there, I couldn't help anymore. It squeaked out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So, but I fart. And she doesn't say anything, and I'm like, hey, you know I farted, right? And she's like, and she will not stop laughing. Well, I want to kiss her, but I can't because she's laughing. Yeah, so it was just rough. I ended up just getting out of the car and walked inside all sad because I didn't get to kiss her, but the date was okay. It was just whenever I seeped a little out at the end.
So we met at Bread Co. I drove myself there. We ate, and when we finished eating, he broke up with me.
So I was on the first date, probably 6 or 7 years ago, and met up with somebody, and we had a good time. And she was like, "Hey, can we stop by this place? Somebody I work with is getting married, and the wedding reception's here." I was like, "Okay, I guess." So, come to find out, the gal who I just broke up with probably about 6 months ago that we broke up was the maid of honor at this wedding. So I ended up seeing her, which was fine, but it was just very uncomfortable. So not a good first date. And there was no second date after that either.
So, I'm about in the prime of my life, 5th grade, going strong. I kept asking this boy out and he kept saying no. It was really disappointing. My ego was kind of going down. Finally, he agreed to go on a date with me. So we met up at the homecoming. The Troy homecoming was really the place to be. And we went on one of those spinny rides and I threw up all over him. He never went on a date with me again.
When I asked my wife to marry me, I have a very nervous belly. and we were going to dinner, and I had the ring in the box and everything, and I had to poop so bad that the date was kind of cut short. I got on one knee and said, "Hey, will you marry me?" And we got to get out of here because I had goosebumps down my arms because my belly was cramping so bad because I was so nervous about asking her to marry me. So it was a giant poop pain.
So I was Snapchatting this guy, and it had been 2 weeks, and he asked me out. And he wanted to go to the movies, and I was like, okay. So then he was like, okay, you get the tickets. And I was like, okay. So I got them, and we go, and it was fine. It was a little awkward, obviously, because it was the first time we had ever met. And then afterward, he walked me to my car, and we hugged, and then he told me that he loved me. And it was the first time we had ever met, like I said, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, you're so nice, because I didn't know what to say back. And after that, I ended it because I felt so awkward. And yeah, that's it.
3, 2, 1.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Oh my God.
For all you single Pringles out there,
let's take it over to Grant.
Valentine's Day. The worst time of the year. Simps are buying flowers. Cheerleaders won't even bat an eye at you. And it's that time of the year again. So you're probably wondering to yourself, I don't have a significant other. I'm not a simp. I'm not gawking over these ladies. I'm just kind of alone. And it's February 14th. What am I to do? Well, for the past 16 years, I've been doing the same tradition every single Valentine's Day, and I'll take you through a quick walkthrough. As we're kicking things off, we're gonna start in the place you'll be mostly the entire day, which is your bedroom. Make sure you're prepared with the adequate tools of survival this lonely day. Bed that you didn't bother making for a video. Your cool, quirky LED lights for your room. TV to watch extremely sad movies on Netflix. Charger. Speaker to play Sad Boy playlist. And last but not least, the grub. Now that you have all your materials, the only thing you have left to do is cry and wallow in your own sadness, because you are alone on Valentine's Day.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love